I'm Cadence the drummer, and this is my corner. First off, I want to say we've been getting some subscribers, so shout out to the new subscribers. Welcome. I hope you guys stick around. Oh, another thing, we have a new website, Compairable.com. I'll drop the information below. Definitely make sure that you go on over to that website and check out our upcoming events, whether it's music or art related. You can stay informed with what Compairable is up to. And also join our email list. We don't send you guys a bunch of spam emails. What we do is basically just send out like quarterly emails and newsletters. So if you want to be in the know, go on over to our website. What I'm hoping to share today, you probably already saw the title, but I'm hoping that this is a cautionary tale to you. If you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. And I'm sharing my experience with you guys and how I failed, didn't make a plan, and then life got in the way, and that's why I am not Pro Tools certified. And it feels like a big failure if I'm being completely honest. I was basically waiting to record a video about this because I wanted to record something after I was already certified, and then I could feel the congratulations, I could feel the accomplishment, really bask in this achievement that I have yet to achieve, by the way. But one of our faithful and loyal subscribers reminded me that everything doesn't have to be about the highlight reels. Sometimes it is important to hear about the failures and challenges that someone faces along the way. So I'm hoping that with me sharing my experience and why I'm not Pro Tools certified today, encourages you that you might not always have wins in life. You will have some losses, but continue to persevere. Now I want to just explain or share how I even ended up in this situation in the first place. I enrolled in a class that was 15 weeks long, and where I went wrong and didn't realize was I basically was doomed to fail from the beginning. I started out strong. I was doing my assignments even though I was having a lot of challenges. Keep in mind, I'm completely brand new to Pro Tools when I'm entering into this specific class, but taking it will allow you the prep that you need in order to take the exams and hopefully pass. Now, when I got into the class, I really was very optimistic. I think I had a little bit of, I was naive at how hard and challenging it would be considering I didn't have any experience in using that specific software. And so I just want to share how I got to this point. So like I said, I enrolled in a class that was 15 weeks long, and we had weekly assignments, and we had tests and quizzes and that type of thing, and basically just getting more familiar with the software. And each week you would have to read a certain amount of chapters in order to be able to do your work. But for me, I was reading the chapters and taking the notes and doing the work, but I was still struggling. And at some point, even though I was still making good grades in the class, and what I consider to be good grades are like A's and B's, I still wasn't prepared to take the test ultimately. Or the series of tests for certification. And what made me so upset about it was that I had it, planned in my mind of how it would go. I was going to take the class, do my work, get certified, easy, right? But then it just didn't happen that way. I had 2 deaths in the family, one before I took the class, and then one while I was still in the class. And that just kind of it got me to the point where I couldn't even focus on the class or the material, right? I was already kind of even though I was making good grades, I was still struggling to understand the concepts. And I don't think it was the pace of the class or the instructor or anything like that. It's just, sometimes I have to sit with some information, and I didn't really have the luxury of time by being in the class. And you have to take the class, or you have to take the certification while you're still enrolled in the class. And I was really stressed out. I had, went on a vacation and did a lot of other things and really just didn't set aside enough time to study. It was advised that I fill out a study guide, which I did. But when you're rushing and doing a study guide, it's completely different than when you've read something, sat with the material, let it marinate a little bit, and then look at the study guide, review it on a consistent basis. I just didn't have a solid plan. I thought that because these tactics have worked in the past, like cramming and, rushing to get through things just to say you're done, those tactics have worked in the past, but when it's something that pertains to your profession that you want to be proficient at, you cannot skip steps. And that's mainly why I'm sharing this too, because although I didn't feel like I was trying to skip steps, I wasn't really thoroughly going through the process. And that ultimately led me to not feel confident enough to even take the test in the first place. And it's a little bit embarrassing too, because I've been talking about this test for what feels like months and it feels like nearly a year. And for me to still be at the same point, that's not true. I'm not at the same point that I was before I got in the class. But it feels that way because I don't have anything tangible to show for my efforts, aside from a grade in the class. But I said all that to say, I ended up finishing that class with a B. Everything that happened just, I was grateful for the B. I'll say that. I hope that you just take what I experienced and take heed to my warning that if it's something that is really important to you, you really have to sit down and make a plan, and you have to stick to it. Life may throw you some curves, some twists and turns, but having a plan, even when those twists and turns come into play, should give you at least enough momentum to continue on. And that's something that I did not do, and that's something that I did not have in place. I do want to say this, that I have not given up. I had to swallow my pride, eat some humble pie, and I re-enrolled in the same class with the same teacher. So I'm putting myself through the treacherous 15 weeks again, where I have to do new work, new quizzes, new tests, new assignments. Partially feels a little bit like a punishment, low-key, because I'm literally doing it again. But I will say this, I am having a better time the second time around. This is where I am at. I'm in my Pro Tools prep class. That is all. And I hope to report sometime soon that I am Pro Tools certified. So stay tuned. If you've made it to the end of this video, you know what you need to do. You need to like, comment, share, subscribe, visit our website, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.